I really enjoyed that little jungle kit.
Yeah. In fact, like, okay, I don't remember. It was like 8 years ago or something, and we were here near Woodstock, and there was a workshop that I did with Zakir Hussain at Big India.
Oh, yeah, right.
And you came and played with us. And that's what I had the jungle kit.
Ah, right, okay.
I had the jungle kit for that because it was actually a cool kit to play at a low volume. And when I played with Zakir, I always tried to not be too loud. And so I tuned the jungle kit in such a way to keep the volume down. I just used like flat cymbals so the cymbals didn't build up. And then you came and played my other kit because I had another kit there. The three of us jammed. Which was
that was
really
fun.
Yeah,
I had a good time.
That was.
Yeah, that was great. But yeah, it was nice, man, that you were there and invited me to come by. And, I didn't expect to play, but
we had a good time.
I'm grateful that you asked me to play.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
It was. Now, I have a new copy of this book.
Oh, yeah.
But there was, like, I have the original copy of this book, and it had, like, the spiral.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
cover.
Sure.
And it's, like, what's the story behind this? How did you write this book with Charlie Perry? Yeah.
Worked for magazines and stuff. He was also a drum teacher.
Yeah.
And he was always like, man, the way you play, you should write.
Yes.
You should, take it, and somehow he had another guy that did some transcriptions.
Yeah.
But then we talked about how to like, you really wanted to kind of study what I was doing. This was sort of a guide.
And it's really a good guide because listening to you play, you have such a unique concept, and even though I hear, the influence of Elvin Jones and Roy Haynes and Tony Williams and in the Philly Joe Jones.
Oh yeah.
There's like the way you like mixed it up is so unique and so singular. It's sometimes hard to get. It's impossible to get inside of what it really is. But this I found was really interesting, the way you just broke down some of the phrasing ideas of twos and threes, and like 3-3-2, instead of 2 bars of 4-4. And so it was like it's a nice, let's say, entryway to start to hear your conception, and so this is I found it very interesting when I discovered it when it first came out. Yeah.
Yeah, great, because Charlie, we wanted to make it accessible.
Yeah.
To the people, who, some guys who can't just pick that up. Some people, transcriptions, will help, help them, maybe try and get it incorporated in their style naturally. Right. So that was the idea behind this.
Yeah, I'm glad it's there. It's available.
Yeah, me too.
It's been really fun for me. I went through it whenever it came out. I don't remember exactly when it came out, but it says 1979, and then I just revisited it recently, which has been fun. To go to like revisit it and check it out. But it definitely made an impression on me, and I could start to hear. I could like get inside to start to hear the phrasing. A little more, So it's a good aid.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, no, it's just a great way to get your head inside. Okay, this is what you're thinking about, or even if you're not thinking about it, it's like it's a good way to write down your ideas so you can start to get an understanding of what it is that you're doing.
Right. You were talking about the influences.
Yeah,
all those guys, Tony, Art Taylor.
All right, yeah.
And Roy.
Yeah.
Elvin. And...
well, you were just showing me some Philly Joe licks.
Oh, yeah.
A little earlier.
Philly was great. I mean, Philly was like he was like the... Count of Monte Cristo on the drum set.
Right.
Because you'd see him sword fight with the cymbal. Visually, he was beautiful, and he was always, he had a way of making rudiments swing.
Mm-hmm.
You'd hear him he played those double stroke rolls and then play them back the other way.
Yeah, like this. And then.
So he had flair, he had really a lot of flair to his playing. But Philly played piano too.
Is that right?
Yeah. In fact, I saw him in an interview. On an interview on him. I think it was in Philadelphia, and he sat down and played a whole composition, or Tad Dameron, please, because he loved Tad Dameron.
Yeah.
And he had that group called Dameronia.
Okay, yeah.
And so, Philly was. That's why he was so musical.
Yeah.
Because when you have that sense of piano and the chord structures. The Max also had that too. So, but Philly could sit down and actually play, sophisticated chords.
And that's where you came from. You started on
the
piano before you came to the drums.
Funny how I got into the drums, because I played drums. Well, the high school was a vocational school I went to in Chicago, Illinois, and it's called CBS, Vocational High School. And I was playing in the concert band, and I was playing acoustic bass.
Acoustic bass, really?
Yeah, I was playing it left-handed. And so I wanted to switch, and so I switched to the drum section. So we played a lot of snare, and I played bass drum and hi-hat, hat cymbals.
Yep.
Go out playing football games, marching, playing.
Well, that's
stuff.
A good way to start on the drums.
Oh man,
yeah,
especially on a cold day.
Right.
But. So I sort of got into it by way of, I had a group, and the drummer would leave his drums in my house. And I started messing around with them. And then my uncle was a jazz DJ named Roy Wood, and who's actually the father of Roy Wood Jr., who's the comedian.
Oh,
it's my
really?
cousin, yeah.
All right.
So anyway, my uncle became a jazz DJ before he became more of a journalist. And so he would always get the jazz records, So I had access to
you heard a lot of good music.
Records. So
yeah.
So I spent about 2 months downstairs with the drum set and playing with these records, Kenny Clark, and Art Taylor. And then, I was able to put the coordination together pretty quick. I used to go to jam sessions and watch the drummers. And
right.
I learned a lot from listening and watching. And I spent time with the 26 rudiments, although I don't think I got through all 26.
Right.
I think I got up to 10.
You don't need every one of them.
No.
But there's a lot of the, important ones.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Yeah. But once you get past the idea of like mixing the doubles and singles, like with the single paradiddle, double paradiddle, triple paradiddle, and the inverted paradiddles, and then some flams and drags and rubs.
Yeah.
You're off and running.
Yeah. I guess I did a lot of, so we say 5-7 stroke rolls. I found out a lot of different combinations you could do with double strokes.
Well, that's what I'm hearing in your playing, and then with the bass drum in between some of it, and then with the hi-hat in between, and then very unique ways of mixing those doubles and singles with the bass drum.
Yeah.
And then the resolutions, the resolution of where it comes out, and it's not always one. It could be almost anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so here's another memory of, you know, relating also with SONOR. It's like when the jazz club in Oakland was opening their new location, the new Yoshi's, where it used to be in a neighborhood, and then it was now it's in Jack London Square, and it was supposed to be the Keith Jarrett Trio. And I called you because I figured this is going to sell out, and so you know, can you get me in? Make sure I can get in to see that. And you said, well, Keith's not doing it, but we got Herbie and Dave Holland. And then you...
that was with the quartet.
No, it was a trio. It was a trio, and it was the opening night of Yoshi's, and you couldn't get a SONOR drum set.
That's right.
And so I had like a designer kit. Yeah. So I said, what do you need? And so I brought my kit over, I was your drum tech.
Right, and that's when we started playing together.
Right, and you know, you set up my kit exactly how you wanted it, tuned it. It sounded like a different kit. And then when you had it set up, you went, okay, sit down and play it. And then you went over to the piano and started playing 7 Steps to Heaven. But that night was just an incredible night of music, and I say what another thing that is I have to say about your musicianship. It's not just the drumming; it was like the channeling of energy. There was so much energy channeled through you and Herbie and Dave Holland. It was like the roof was going to come off that place. It was intense, like really intense, and it just blew everyone away. Yeah.
Well, that's one of my wife's, Lydia's, favorite trios, the three of us, Dave. I mean, you know, and Herbie's such I call him a drummer on piano, you know. Keith has that too, and Chick too.
Yeah.
You know, because Chick played drums, and also Keith played drums as well.
Right.
Interesting, you know. And then a couple of horn players we know played drums.
Michael Brecker.
Yeah, Brecker, and Randy.
Yeah.
They played a la Elvin.
That's right.
just having the feel, knowing about the instruments, being able to play them.
Yeah.
You know, it gives you insights on both of them.
Yes, it does.
In another unique kind of way.